behind this Nokia called the 6700C one is definitely a bit of a story. And my unit is broken because the motherboard is just gone. I mean the top piece. It's not the motherboard, but it's the top piece. I can just take it out. I mean I don't give a frick. It's the top piece. It's motherboard parts. So what is so special about this one? Now mine has the Spreadtrum SDK 800 N processor, and this one was really good of an overkill processor, especially when the memory is just like brand new phone. It's really fast starting up, but there was a community behind here that there was a hack to get the Snapdragon 200 processor hacked into this thing. So you have to take it apart then, but this is just a fake story. This is not a real story, by the way. Um, you could get the Snapdragon 200. Just go from the Spreadtrum SDK 800 M processor to a Qualcomm 200 processor, which is more powerful, thankfully, and from the Nokia graphics adapter to the Adreno 150. We'll be talking about that later about the graphics processor, but you could only just take this apart, and it was a kind of a hack. The battery would suck. You could maximally get Android 2.0 on here, or via some kind of hack Android 2.3.6 on there, but that will run really slowly since, yeah. And the reason why I can't get it higher is the processor does support higher. I mean, it does leave support 2.3.6, so be happy with that if you could get that, if it was real, obviously. But also, trackpad support slash these button support are maximally on Android 2.3.6 or 5. I mean, I've seen, yes, I think. So the minimum Android you could get is 1.6. So yeah, that will obviously run the best. But battery sucks because it was a power hungry processor since a 900 milliamp hour battery isn't much enough for the Qualcomm processor, obviously. But you probably think, Ruben, what about the graphics adapter? So the Adreno 100 was the first ever processor produced by Qualcomm, and they have the 150, which are obviously better, but also eats a lot of energy. And Snapdragon 200, which came out like a few months later when this hack came out, that one was way more power efficient, things like that. So that's kind of bad to just get it on here, but it looks cool to get Android on such a dumb phone, but it's just the power of the motherboard that mainly puts to the limits, and that's probably the reason why the battery sucks. I mean, I know it's not real, but I want to keep this as realistically as possible. Take, for example, where is it? The Nokia C2. The Nokia C2 was a flagship from 2009, I think, and that one had a really high quality, really strong processor that could hold a lot of power, which was running at 280 megahertz. I don't have the Nokia C2 right now, but take for example this budget phone, the Nokia C1. This guy even struggled on the Nokia UI, which is Nokia OS 6.9, which is running right here. It's running a modified version because it's optimized for this device. I mean, this loading is pretty long, but on this little guy, but this one was just outstanding because of its battery life and the power efficiency of it. You can't get any custom things on here, but I really want to get some kind of ROM on here. You cannot get it anymore. I mean, this is not real, obviously. But this was only available for this model, not for the Gold Edition, because the Gold Edition had a cross-platform API, which means no security for Android, which means you literally get hacked when you just open the browser. I mean, I saw someone trying it, and it will literally crash. So don't try. If this was real, you shouldn't be trying this on the golden one, but because that one also had a modified UI by Nokia, so that's already just the API is just gone. But I mean, the camera worked. But sensor did not work. Oh shit. Jesus, the motherboard's coming out again. Let me just put out the battery. I know the battery's dead, but putting batteries in a phone while the motherboard is gone can be a bit bad. I mean, even buying a new battery will probably not really fix that much. Speaker was also not working. The flash was though, which was some kind of mod. So if you had this in real life, there will be an app installed, EG Flash, which is basically the app for the camera, which enables the flash. But the camera megapixel range, I mean the graphics processor was not even good enough to maximally put the really pretty good 5 megapixel pictures of the sky. So you will be stuck with 3.0 megapixel, which it really struggled with. It was really laggy because yeah, it's just putting to limits. It gets hot while you take pictures, which is also not a pleasure. I mean, the only thing that is not heavily on this thing is just doing nothing with it, because or the motherboard was literally struggling with anything, or just the graphics processor. I mean, the CPU was kind of fine. I mean, there are more, like take for example the Snapdragon S1. That one was released after the 200, which was actually more powerful, the S1, and more battery saving. But you couldn't get it on there because it was a larger processor, and there was just too much nanometer on here, if you know what I mean, just nm, just the way it's made. But the speaker also, it did work, but even trying to look YouTube on here, I mean, that isn't even a good thing to do. I'm trying to just do put this on great enough, because I really want to make this to work, because I really want to put some kind of random Nokia ROM on here. I never tried putting a Nokia ROM or on something like this, or even a Nokia phone. I may be doing it to my C2, because I never use my C2. But that bulging of the motherboard, man. I broke this thing. I mean, this flash doesn't work anymore. There's a little thing in the camera, but these materials feel nice. I mean, the motherboard is just the best. That's basically why it still works. Oh, fuck this motherboard. Can one of you guys give a link to this little motherboard piece? I will thank you forever, because I really want to make this thing work again. It did even work without the motherboard, but then it just crashed. I mean, it's a piece of shit. Oh, I like this phone. My friend has this phone. I gave it to him. I had another one, but that one had dead pixel problems. I will be apping him if he can give it back, because I really want to custom mod that thing or something like that. Do random things with it. I will be asking him. I will promise you, I will be asking my friend. Ooh, that was a tight fit. Maybe it will work now. I mean, it's still freaking bulged, but we will be putting this on the charger and see if it works. And if it works, custom ROM. See you later.